Imagine standing before a towering, multi-ton deity of ancient Egyptian destruction, a cosmic titan capable of fracturing realities, and your absolute final line of defense is a floating, hyper-anxious ball of brown lint. That is the fundamental cosmic paradox of Kuriboh, a creature that flagrantly violates every rule of aesthetic intimidation yet anchors the entire narrative landscape of dual monsters. It's the ultimate subversion of power scaling. This isn't just a corporate mascot, it's a metaphysical riot shield wrapped in a dense, spherical pelage. If you analyze its physiological composition, it's essentially a massive pair of highly expressive sclera flanked by tiny, green prehensile digits. Lacking a traditional musculoskeletal architecture, it resembles a cellular organism caught midway through mitotic division, yet it radiates an almost palpable aura of pure survival instinct. Don't let the harmless exterior fool you, this little guy is quite a fiend for keeping its master breathing. Personality-wise, Kuriboh exists in a state of perpetual, hypervigilant anxiety. It is visibly terrified of its environment, yet it remains fiercely, almost pathologically loyal. In the brutal economy of the Shadow Games, where human souls are routinely ground into dust, this pint-sized anomaly doesn't flinch when ordered to throw itself directly into the incinerating maw of a blue-eyes white dragon. Its behavioral patterns indicate a surprising level of distinct agency. It isn't merely a mindless drone executing commands. During the digital reality arc, and even when facing down Kaiba's towering obelisk the Tormentor, we watch Kuriboh observe the chaotic battlefield with a mixture of raw awe and self-determined sentience. It frequently chooses to manifest its protective essence out of sheer emotional alignment with Yugi, rather than waiting for a formal invitation. Where does this bizarre visual concept actually germinate from in our world? Etymologically, it's a brilliant cross-cultural synthesis. The Kuri prefix directly translates to chestnut in Japanese, accurately mimicking the prickly, fibrous husk of the nut, while the bo suffix leans into the classic folklore archetype of the mischievous but protective household spirit, strikingly similar to a Ghibli soot sprite. Kazuki Tokahoshi himself harbored a deep fascination with this paradox, famously ranking it third among his favorite designs while playfully admitting in interviews that he still wondered what its bizarre look actually signified. It's a design that feels simultaneously primordial and entirely avant-garde. Within the explicit lore of the game's universe, however, Kuriboh isn't just a random, low-tier inhabitant of the spirit realm. It operates as a vital structural cornerstone of cosmic defense. Think of it as a biological grounding wire for raw, malicious energy. When an opposing entity unleashes an offensive strike designed to completely shatter a human consciousness, Kuriboh acts as a localized circuit breaker. Its most iconic narrative triumph against Pegasus's grotesque Thousand Eyes restrict proved that overwhelming, tyrannical force can be utterly suffocating when met with infinite, minor sacrifices. By utilizing the replication properties of multiply, Kuriboh literally choked out a god of absolute assimilation through sheer numerical density. It's a beautiful thematic masterclass, the ultimate all-consuming corporate deity defeated by a self-replicating collective of anxious dust bunnies. Consider the monster Sangan, known as Kurita in Japan. They share identical physical postures and background art styles, back in the classic era artwork. It's highly probable that Kuriboh and Sangan are two sides of the exact same metaphysical coin, with Sangan representing a distorted, multi-eyed mutation of the same raw spiritual essence. Furthermore, its cosmic relationship with the dark magician lineage is deeply symbiotic. Kuriboh regularly acts as a tactical vanguard for the ultimate spellcaster, materializing as a microscopic barrier that grants high-level magic the necessary window to safely gestate on the battlefield without being snuffed out prematurely. This legacy spans across entire generations, eventually mutating into the winged Kuriboh of the next era, transforming from a mere physical shield into an explicit spiritual guide through the afterlife. What if Kuriboh isn't a biological organism at all, but rather the literal quantum foam of the dual monsters universe? In theoretical physics, quantum foam forms the foundational fabric of space-time, boiling with virtual particles that materialize and instantly annihilate themselves to maintain equilibrium. Metaphysically, Kuriboh could be the physical crystallization of a dualist's sheer, unadulterated will to survive. When the psychological pressure of a high-stakes duel reaches a critical, reality-bending threshold, the raw magical energy of the arena condenses into these small, low-density fiends. They don't possess internal vital organs because they are composed entirely of compressed protective intent. They exist solely to absorb a singular, catastrophic spike of kinetic or mystical trauma, detonating upon contact to disperse that lethal feedback safely back into the ether. It's not just a creature, it's a localized thermodynamic system engineered to prevent absolute ego death. So, the next time you see this tiny furball trembling with fear, remember that you aren't looking at weakness, you're looking at a fundamental law of the universe refusing to let a soul shatter. Unfortunately for its enemies, size really doesn't matter when you're the literal buffer of creation.